All right, let's see what we got cooking in this pot. Mm-mm-mm. We're gonna remove you. We got the lentils. I like my. Whew, here we go. I like my lentils. I like my sauce a little thicker. So I just want to make sure you all can see the food. We're gonna get a little bit closer to the food. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying something new. This dinner is nothing new. I love ramen. Most people do. It's just noodles, right? I'm going to show you the type of noodles I'm eating, and I am not going to be using this flavor. So, of course, this says chicken, but we just going to cover that up. Boom, boom, boom. We're not using the chicken flavor. Okay? So, let's see what we're doing here. I have my ramen happening. At the very end, these are the things that I'm putting into my ramen. Let's get into it, okay? And this is going to be the quickest ramen ever because the lentils are in the pot. I use this like as a base, right? You get a lot of protein from lentils, red and green lentils. And I've got onions, garlic, carrot. I got to chop these garlics up. So I'm going to chop those little garlic cloves up. And I'm going to adjust this camera so we don't have to do all this wiggling around either. Let's bring it up. Let's get y'all in there. See what we got here. See what I do the best without showing y'all like the hardware, because that hardware is not cute. Oh, I keep showing my hand. I think my hand will just be in there, huh? Yeah, there we go. We got it. Y'all in there? Y'all in there. Okay. I've washed my hands a few times. I'll wash them again. Y'all can hear the water running. And if you can hear me, great, because this ramen is delicious. We are not using the flavoring that comes in it. I'm gonna show you what we're using to flavor this. And this live is something I've been meaning to do. Oops, sorry about the noise. This live is something I've been meaning to do forever. I cook almost every day because I love to eat. So I'm using liquid aminos. I'm using cocoa aminos, and those are going to give us that savory umami flavor. So I'm just going to now. I've got these garlic cloves here. I'll be chopping these up. However, I gotta first get the ginger in here. If you don't know what ginger root looks like, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna turn on some more lights because I like it moody in the evening, but you all can't see very well when we've got it moody. There we go. Now y'all can see some things. So I just chopped off a few pieces of garlic and I'm just gonna chop it up fine, 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 like this. If y'all are ever wondering what I'm all about, I'm Nurse Laquita Marie, the nurse with the knees, Chef Laquita Marie to some, but basically, we got to get this ginger in the pot. I like to chop it real small, and I just chop it. And y'all know I use my Cutco knife. It's the only knife I own. So I like to use that, put it right in there so that way ginger flavor infuses. You can find this pot at Cooking with Greens if you're in the Hampton Roads area. They have a shop. You can order online with them. I don't sell that particular pot. And instead of telling you to get it off my Amazon shop, because you can also just, get it locally. So I'm just going to get my garlic chopped up now. Since those lentils, I started those already. This is going to be a short live, y'all. I'm talking like 15 minutes. We are not doing anything fancy here. I'll get you in closer so y'all can see the chopping. Some people prefer to see the chopping. Let's get you down in there, okay? So y'all can see what's going on here. Let's get down. Can we get down? Let's see. That ain't working either. All right, well, either way, if y'all are in the comments, that's what's popping. TWP Popcorn, so good to see you. Y'all know I don't go live very much. I got this litigation going on. Can't go live too much. Can't have people all in your business. Because I posted the other day and I got a phone call. Let me tell you, people are watching. People nosy. That's just just how it works, right? That's just what it is. So straighten out that towel. I still don't think that's very close. Um, Let me see if I can turn y'all around this way to get y'all in there. Oops, y'all about to see some things. Let me roll you back up. This is not working. This will happen when you go live. Anything is liable to happen. Like I'm about to pull the doggone phone cord and knock over the pot of water that I have over here. We don't want that. We want the water to stay where it is. Let me go back to where I was. This is not good. Anyways, how many of y'all like ramen? If you do, this is just a ramen live. I'll be going live cooking more often, so y'all will see that. I don't know if the lives will stay up. During COVID, Kirk Nugent used to do those live streams where they would just delete those bad boys afterwards. I might go to that model. Hey, hey, so good to see you, most hated bronze flat power guy. I'm cooking ramen. So this is what's in the pot right now, though. Red lentils and green lentils. So they add protein. They add a nice flavor. I just love them. So I'm gonna take this phone off of here for a minute. I am going to turn the camera to something. I don't know what. CG5, love you 2233. You have a dog. Okay. I do not. Do I want a dog? No. Um, you know, I was telling my friend today, speaking of dogs, now dogs can eat this. Let me say that. Dogs can eat all of these vegetables here. Cats are like obligate carnivores. So if you have a cat, I don't think they can do this. You know, that's not for them. Um, your dog, she la la treat for her. Your dog would love this. Most hated bronze flat power card. It's so good to see you here. Thanks for being here, hanging out. I told y'all this is going to be a quick ramen. Number one, I'm hungry. Number two, I already started chopping things up. So y'all, this is how I do it. You see this purple cabbage? I've been working on it. Look at this. I just used a vegetable peeler and peeled off those shavings. Okay. So you can see here we've got the purple cabbage, the green cabbage. I just, cut it, and then it'll fall apart a little bit in the pot. I've got the onion, and then what I was doing just now was chopping up garlic. When you chop the garlic, you let it sit a few minutes, and it will release the good nutrients. Got my green cabbage. Did I show y'all that one? And I just got these mushrooms from the store. I think they're shiitake. I like the texture of shiitake. When I used to eat, yeah, they do say shiitake right there. When I used to eat animals, I don't eat animals anymore or any of their products, y'all. And when I got this thumbnail made, originally they tried to put an egg in there. I'm like, get out of here. Okay, this is going. Let's go ahead and throw these little aminos in here. I'm gonna show you how much. You put in like 2 or 3 swirls. You really only need 2. Now the cocoa aminos are going to add the sweetness. So that's made with coconut. Some people don't like soy sauce. They don't like liquid aminos. But both of these are going to give you, to me, the coconut aminos are just sweet. I don't even taste the savoriness. This right here, you do not need that little packet that comes in the noodles. So I am not using the packet in the noodles. So we're just going to show it like this. What flavor is this? My flavor. Okay. So let's get this back on the stand and see what we can do. Turn this camera off for a minute so I don't make y'all dizzy, and get y'all back in the stand. And when you're cooking, you cannot have your phone directly over the pot, because that steam, oh my goodness, your phone will overheat. Plus, the steam in the phone will not be good. It's not a good look. Let me just say that. Okay, let me turn this camera on and see if we can get the food in the picture. Boom, boom, boom. We got food in the picture. My phone is plugged up. That's why this is like this. When I say like this, that's the reason why the phone can only go a few places. It's plugged up. All right, let's get you a little bit closer. Get a little closer. Wait, we got too many feet in the picture. Let's take that out. Turn the camera off, y'all. Cover up the ramen with the liquid aminos. Did y'all get your rebate? I was at the grocery store and found out that we're getting a $200 rebate from the government. Y'all know all these little ploys and these little bones they throw out. I'm not saying I don't want $200. Give me, sure, fine, give me $200. What I am saying is that ah, $200. Come on now, in 2025, how far can $200 get you? And why can't we get more? There's still a lot of feeding there. Let's see. How can I get y'all close, close, close? Yeah, let's do this. There we go. We just gonna have to keep it simple. So we've been here for 11 minutes. I told y'all this is a 15-minute live. So that means I need to go ahead and throw in the garlic. Mm-hmm. And if y'all want to pop in, if you want to pop out, if you want to share with a friend, either way, do all the things. I think I'll put this garlic in next. I like it when the flavor of the garlic gets infused. I really wish I had some sesame oil. Now that's nice. That's one of my favorites with ramen. Sesame seeds give you your omega-3s, any of the seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds. In a dish like this is where I would use sesame oil, which is not the whole food, but it'll give you the flavor you want. It will not necessarily give you the nutrients because oil in general isn't good for us, you know. So got the lentils, got my liquid aminos, got my, what else is in there? Coconut aminos. That's going to give you the flavor, so you do not need to add the packet, the flavor packet. Now this is the way I break my noodles. I don't know what y'all do. They take a lot and give you little tips. TW Popcorn says they take a lot and give little tips. Look, when I tell you Uncle Sam, I don't even know if I can call that a tip. That's like an insult, you know? So I always take this out. I never use this. I just break that into 4 pieces. But I was at the grocery store and the guy was like, I was talking to one of the guys that works there. I just put everything in a Ziploc. That way, if somebody else comes over and they want to take it home, I don't judge people that don't eat what I eat. But the guy, the produce section was like, first of all, let me say, I got a 14-cent check in the mail, a 14-cent check. So when I got that check, I was talking to him about it. I was like, man, I got a 14-cent check. He said, well, hey, look at it this way. We're sending you $200. I said, we who? He said, the government. I'm gonna open these up and rinse them off. I said, okay. So I'm gonna slice them up a little bit too. Now these shiitakes get kind of fatty, in my opinion. But like I said, when I used to eat animals, I used to like to chew the fat. These remind me of they get a fatty feel. But anyways, he said, you know, we the government. I said, oh, okay. I got a handful. I'm gonna rinse these off, slice them up. So I'm like, wow, $200. He told me where to go. He said, now I'm in the state of Virginia. I went to Virginia tax.gov rebate, and then all I had to do was check my eligibility. So that's how you do it. They say if you file taxes this year, you're getting it. You're getting the $200, not you're getting it. You're getting it either way, huh? Because they're gonna take you out. Y'all know I'm left-handed, and so this camera is not in the optimal place. I'll try to make it pretty for y'all who like to see what's going on. See that cute little shiitake? This is the one on the thumbnail. If you look real close in Fiber Force's bowl. On the thumbnail, that's Fiber Force, by the way. My app is still in beta, but it's up and functioning. So if you want to click the link in the, it's free, y'all, by the way, it's free. If you want to click the link in the pinned link, my link tree is Superfood Parents. So if you click the link, if you're on YouTube, I pinned it. That will take you to my app, and it's called a faves tracker. It helps you calculate your faves. So this is what I like about a dish like this. I'm going to count the faves, and then we're pretty much going to be done because I'm about to throw the faves in here. So let's go ahead and count those so we can get it. Jelly Renata, I miss you too. Jelly, you're one of my favorites. I hope you're doing well. Hope your mom is doing well. Whenever I'm making a bowl, I think about you, Jelly. Okay, so in here, I've got garlic, I've got red lentils, I've got green lentils. That's 5, 10, 15 faves points. Faves are like favorites, fruit and vegetables every spread. Then I'm going to go ahead and put in my mushrooms. So that's 20 points because you get 5 points for each food that grows from the ground. So if I was doing this with potatoes, they grow from the ground. That would give me another 5 points. Anyway, so I'm at 20 points. These carrots are 25. These onions are 30. The green cabbage is 35. And the purple cabbage is 40. Okay? So just like that, that's how you figure out your faves point for any meal. That's why this particular video is so short. I'm just going to add a little bit of water so that way I can also add the noodles in a moment. And this 15-minute live that turned into 20 minutes because of my camera work will probably be a 25-minute live. Let's do that. Y'all know I really, really like 30 minutes, and I'm out 30 minutes max. Not only that, but I do 30 minutes because I was inspired by Rachel Ray's show, 30-Minute Meals. That's when I used to eat animals, and I realized most meals literally take about 30 minutes. And that's with using animals like chicken, beef, whatever you're cooking, right? And let me say this too, for those of you that don't know, I stopped eating animals, JBWR, hey, always good to see you. I stopped eating animals because of my health. It was better for my health. And so I'm going to chop this up. Since I already got 40 points, I'm going to give myself 45. I'm going to top my ramen with the fresh ingredient lettuce. So I was trying to save other people when I started this animal-free life. But then I was like, you know what? Everybody don't want to pick up what I'm putting down. I want it. Let me get it. And I have just noticed so much. That's how I became the nurse with the knees. My knees were like regular knees, and then I can just drop it like a shot, y'all, 40, 50 times in a row. People think I'm showing off. It's just, it's wonderful. It feels good. It feels good. And so we've got the ramen here. My flat top is heating back up, I guess. I prefer a gas stove. It's not okay. This electric. Boogie, boogie, boogie. So I got 45 points here. This is how y'all can do it. If you are eating animals, do your thing, right? But I like my ramen like this with these two seasonings, and I'm going to go ahead and throw in some thyme. This is my salt. This is like my savoriness, okay? This gives me some good flavor. And then I'll show y'all one other thing that also will hit you with some flavor real quick. Y'all didn't know I could hit them notes, okay? So this one, the Sazon Complete, is definitely the one. That's the GOAT. But instead of putting that in, I think I'm just going to throw in some fennel. I could have threw in some bay leaves when I was cooking the lentils, because I told y'all I started that off with the red and green lentils. They are delicious. I don't know what it is about those lentils, but they will bless your soul. Do you hear me? I'm going to put in a little bit of sage and a little bit of thyme. Okay. Remember, I am not using the chicken seasoning in this. So remember, this is my flavor, right? This is my flavor. That means sage is what is that's the main ingredient in poultry seasoning. Put in like a half a teaspoon, and then I'm going to put in thyme. If you like rosemary, use rosemary. I like rosemary. I like thyme. They both have a very similar flavor to me, but if you like something else, try it. So this is the thyme I use, Thyme. And notice thyme, even with my herbs, I try to get them organic. Y'all know I don't like pesticides because they increase your allergies. Say, for example, if you already have allergies, you might think it's, oh, I just got allergies, but you might not. You might be allergic to pesticides. That's why a lot of peanut allergies and different things have cropped up in the years. So let's see here. If y'all have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, I'm just chatting and eating, or cooking, I should say. I'm just going to mix this up a little bit. And remember, I've already put in quite a bit of, like a tablespoon of the liquid aminos. I'm going to check and see how much sodium it has in it. For those of you that might not know how much sodium liquid aminos have in them. Okay, we're at 21 minutes. So like I told y'all, this might be 25 minutes. It might be 30 max. But here we go. Nutrition facts. Vegetable protein from soybeans and water. Those are the ingredients, just those two things. And it's organic, by the way. Oops, no, it's not. Dang. Let me tell y'all, get your, if you can, get your soybeans organic. But most soybeans for people are organic. Unfortunately, they give the ones that are sprayed with pesticides. They give those to the cows and the livestock that they're feeding to people. Okay, so let's see. Sodium for people concerned. A serving size is a teaspoon, so I use 3 times that. So I threw in about a tablespoon. And the sodium in here is 310 milligrams. So that means this has about 930 milligrams of sodium. Let's see about the coconut aminos. These have, the sodium is 500 milligrams in a teaspoon, and I did use about a teaspoon of that. Okay. Now let's compare that, because people always say, "Oh, that's too much salt. That's too much salt," but they don't even know what's what, right? So this is what I typically use: adobo, or I use table salt, or I use Himalayan salt, or I use black salt. I use all the salt. This one has 510 milligrams in a quarter teaspoon of this seasoning, this adobo. So I'm telling you that to say that that's why any of your seasoning salts, they're going to have a lot more sodium. That's one of the reasons why I use liquid aminos. I get a very savory flavor, salty flavor, whatever you want to call it, but I don't get that. I don't get that sodium in me. You know, hey, Life with Tasharia, good to see you. I'm making a quick ramen. I stopped eating animals. I think I've said that a few times. For anybody that's new, I'm just letting you know I was trying to save other people. They weren't picking up what I was putting down, but I felt better. I felt great, and I could drop it. I don't have on lipstick, so I can't drop it. All I got, I'm not gonna show y'all me. All I'm gonna say is while I'm talking, I'm gonna get in the scene. Hey, notice I'm not getting out of breath. That's what the fruits and vegetables do. People think I'm showing off when I do that. I'm not. It's just that, I feel good. I can't help it. This is food. Okay. So for those of you that saw that, that's how it works. I might get some more water for this. Yeah, I'll get a little bit of water. We'll see. I have a water machine on the other side of this island. Y'all, when I bought this house, I was like, oh, this is cool. I have the stone countertops. Now, one thing, people used to always be big on, oh, I've got granite. I've got this. I've got that. The main advantage of a stone countertop is that you can put a hot pot on it and you don't have to mess up your countertop. Okay? That's what that's all about. I never understood it before. So, oh, we're at 25 minutes. Y'all, we got 5 minutes left in this live stream. So, I say I throw in the noodles. I'm only using one packet. That's right. For all of this. I feel like I could use 2 packets of noodles, but hmm, what should I do? Should I add another one? If y'all say I should add another one, I'll go ahead and throw in another one, but I'm okay with all of the goodness here. Speaking of sodium, I will say that when you are using anything that's processed, like those noodles, for example, I'm going to look on the back of the package and see how much sodium is in these. Part of the reason why we like these noodles is that they are deep fried before they give them to us, in this packet. So let's see. The serving size. Oh, y'all, this is supposed to be for 2 people. We always eat the whole pack by ourselves. Okay, okay. Let's see. Sodium, 760 milligrams in half the packet. So for anybody that can add really quickly, that's 1,520 milligrams of sodium just from the noodles themselves. So this is why I say, y'all, stop acting like, ooh, your food's good. It tastes salty. It might taste salty, but it's not full of sodium. So I told you, our liquid aminos gives you a delicious ramen. I put some sage and some thyme in here. Right now, I'm just letting the noodles get soft. I'm going to grab a bowl to put these in, and I'm not going to eat all of them. So that means I'm just going to grab a little ladle so I can get some juice. And I'm also going to get one of my black bowls because I'm black and I'm proud. And then I'm going to ladle them out. Yeah. And then we're going to say goodbye. That's it. We are done. Now, if y'all are eating any other thing, you can add it to this. I know people like to add other items to their ramen, but as you see, my noodles are set. And you don't want to cook your vegetables so that they're super soft. You want to leave some crunch on them. The longer you cook your vegetables, the more nutrients you cook out. So remember, if it grows from the ground, it has fiber and antioxidants. People don't know that you're supposed to have fiber because fiber is like a sticky thing. It's like a thief. It goes inside of you and it will steal fat. It will steal, and it'll pull it out, right? It'll send it right out the back door. And that's a good thing. So that's how your cholesterol goes down. Fiber also steals toxins. It'll hold its hand and walk it right out the door. So it's more like a police than a thief. So that's why you want the fiber. It's not just making you poop, it's making you poop out the poison. That's the best way to describe it. Thanks so much, TW Popcorn, for engaging. If I could only explain the life. Gail. Hey, girl, hey. So I'm just cooking myself some quick noodles. I'm going to recap here because I'm about to put these in the bowl. I got my bowl ready right here. I got some purple cabbage. This meal is 45 points, y'all, because I'm topping it with this fresh lettuce that I just chopped up. So I've got in here purple cabbage, green cabbage, carrots. I've got ginger. I've got garlic. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I've got mushrooms, 35. And then I also have red lentils and green lentils. So that's 40, 45 points right here, all in this one meal. And I just bought some more lettuce tonight. So I just, chopped up a little lettuce to top my ramen with, give it a nice freshness. Oh, y'all, we're down to the last 30 seconds. I got to go ahead and JPWR, y'all in there chatting it up. I gotta go ahead and put this in the bowl so that I can top it with the lettuce and say goodnight. Yep, so I let that soak up a little bit of, I let the noodles soak up a little bit of sauce. Look at that, look at that. Oh, look at that. And we are done. So I'm going to show you all the sauce. So that sauce had the green and red lentils. So it thickens it up a little bit, but it's still fairly smooth, as you can see, just like any other ramen juice. And I like my ramen a little bit more saucy. I'm going to turn this off, and I am going to say goodbye, farewell, get your faves in, do your thing. Y'all, I'm just going to be going live, showing what I cook, because I do cook. Let me turn that stove off. I do cook every day, pretty much, almost every day, even if I'm just making my coffee. And I've just got to figure out my vertical camera setup on this tripod. Oh, there's some lentils right there at the bottom. You see the little brown? Yep. All right, y'all. And then here's the other thing. With your ramen, you can also add whatever flavor you need at the very end. You know how sometimes you got to hit it with a little bit of soy? That's where you can add a drop of liquid aminos in there if you need to. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm out. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. It is tasty. When I tell you I'm about to dig into this, yeah, I'm about to dig into this. All right. I was trying to show y'all comments earlier. Y'all know I haven't been live in a minute, so I couldn't show all the comments, but I got to show some of my favorites, some of my OGs. They've been here for a minute. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate it. All right, I'm ending it for real because we got to. It's the end of the show, right? So, peace, deuces. I'm going to eat. Maybe if this video will play, you know what? Stream y'all play too much. I can't even get out of here. All right, y'all. I'm leaving. I guess I just have to like go. Bye.
Superfood, parents on the rise. Healthy living, no surprise. Fresh and tasty, eating wise. Breakfast bowls and tasty